father, your mother, the sun, the moon, the weather, the government, the dollar, the naira, anything that you cannot control is called contributing factors. What I say is called those factors can slow you down, they can delay you, but they can never stop you from succeeding in life because you are a success. The most important factor that determines everything about your life is what happens that those ones are called determining factors. What I say is called they determine your success, and those factors are two factors embedded in all of us. The one is positive and one is negative. The one is the winner, one is the loser. All of us have these two factors embedded in us. So we always encourage us to focus on the positive and the winner and ignore the negative and the loser. Tell them about ignore. Because some of you want to answer to anything in life, you choose to that every door that passes at you. You cannot get to a destination that way. So the most important thing you should focus on are the faith, the vitality, fidelity, courage to take action, determination, commitment to follow the process. These are the factors you need to focus on. The factors you need to ignore are the negative factors, which is fear, doubt, anger, resentment, bitterness. Ignore them. So because you are the most important factor, tell them what I am the most important factor. Tell them what you are the most important factor. So today, that's when we continue from yesterday that we says, why God only invest in the investor? Why God only invest? Why God only invest in the investor? Because they give the bread, the bitter, and the seed to the soil. Why God doesn't do that? Why does He do that? It's because that is the way it is. Okay? Okay, so the summary was God doesn't give outcome. That's what the blessing. So you are praying, God gives opportunity, God does not give outcome. So God does not give outcome. So God gives you the opportunity and you actually pray the outcome. God gives you the seed, you plant it, and then yesterday we started about 7 outlines. So the outlines we have to cover. Outlines of what is context of the concept, context of the concept. Then number 2, we have here is the God's success system. God's success system. Okay. Number 3, we have the list education. Okay. Number 4. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Number 4, we have here the highest office in the market. The highest office in the marketplace. Okay? In the society, in the world. And now we have here, God gives opportunity, not outcome. Number 5, God gives opportunity. Opportunities, not outcome. Not outcome. Okay? Number 6, so come to the last here. Your harvest is your seed. Your harvest is your seed. And number 7 here, the last one on the list. No root, no fruit. No root, no fruit. Okay, so I have to do some kind of revision. And then he said something. He said, while Genesis 8, as we started yesterday, Genesis 8, verse 22, he said, while the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall never cease. That means God has a well-established system and a proven system for success. So yesterday we did something like this. Let me clean this again, so that at least we can do what we did yesterday, so we can continue from there. Today, okay, that's a good one. Perfect. Okay, so we said that God these 4 things: number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So He has seasons, He has seed, He has time, and He has harvest. So everything follows this principle, because seed describe purpose, and then that is a season describe purpose. Seed describe potentials, and then time describe process, and harvest decide produce. So God, before God do everything, He always allowed those things to pass through this process. So it says that God's success system and strategy never failed. It was 100% of the time because it so many people, because if I'm hungry, I need to understand God's success system or strategy, and to understand that everything that God must do, God will plant, and God will actually plant what He wants to produce. God sow what He wants to grow. Your seed is what you need, and then your harvest where you want to increase. So God's success system is a style, strategy, structure which He does things. So He demonstrated this when God planted the Garden of Eden, planted man in that garden, planted Christ on earth, planted human being, and the gospel in the heart of human being, planted believers in the marketplace. To tell you that God is the ultimate investor who wants to increase what He plants, and then also plant what He wants to produce. So we discussed a lot yesterday, and we say if you give a man a mango fruit, you feed him for a day. Give him the mango tree, you feed him and his family for a lifetime. So a wise person values the system behind the success, and a foolish person simply wants to eat and consume the fruit of the success. He just wants to eat and consume. He doesn't want to pass through the process. So we today we'll start from the third one here, which is miseducation. So, and then, okay, let me do something else we did yesterday. Let me do something else we did yesterday so that it will make today's class a wonderful one for us. So yesterday, we also established the fact that God, God gives you, God give you this, and then you have to take action. Action in the middle. Action is here. Actions to produce this. Man needs to take action to do that. So man needs to take action. This is supposed to be man. Man is supposed to take action action to produce it. So what God does is that God gives you opportunities. God gives opportunities. Then you have to take the action to decide the outcomes of the outcome. God gave you roots. You take the action to produce the fruit. God gives you, of course, cause, and you take the action to produce the effect. So God gives you the things, thoughts. God gives you thoughts. You take action to produce things. God gives you ideas. You take action to produce items. God gives you a tree. You take action to produce chairs and tables. Chairs and tables. So you are the one that will take the action to do that. So God gives you strategy. Strategy. God gives you strategy. You take action to get your victory. God gives you plan. You take action with a plan to make money. So you're asking God to throw $8 from heaven. I don't know. God gives you seed and you decide the ideas. So God gives you seed. You decide the fruits, the harvest. So you decide the harvest. You decide the harvest. So, and then I think that's what we. God give you source and you decide the supply. God give you source, you decide the supply. Okay, and I think we can just take that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That's what we did yesterday. So this is what God gives to you. You decide that one. If God give you a tray and you're praying and Father, say no, table and chair, it will not work. So let's go to the topic of today's class. But I want to be sure that all of us are in the same space. If you're excited about today's class or you're ready for us, shall I? Okay. So let me clean this one and make it better. Okay. Sorry, I did not clean this. So God gives you opportunity, not let me get it the way I wrote it down. So I will not go and not outcome. Not outcome. Okay. Your harvest is in your seed. Okay, so which one did you miss? Strategy, victory. Plan, money, victory. Okay, so today we'll start from miseducation. If you're ready for us, shall I? You are not ready, shall wait for me. Some of us are still not ready yet. Okay, so where did you miss it? Where did you miss it? I said God gave you season, and then that describes your purpose in life. So God gave you seed. This describes it describes your purpose. Seed describes your potentials. Time decide your process, because every seed needs time. Every seed needs time for it to be planted, to grow before giving you harvest. And this is where the problem is. Everybody have a challenge with the process. A lot of people want everything, but they don't want the process because they don't want to wait patiently and grow.
And they don't know that before phototrophy, there's graphitrophy. Before you grow up, you must grow down. Everything that must stand strong, every seed goes down first before it grows up. All of them. So people don't want to grow down; they don't want to grow strong in knowledge. And one of the things that will help you is that you have to get rid of ignorance. Ignorance is the absence of truth. Knowledge is the accumulation of truth. Understanding is the assimilation of truth, and wisdom is the application of truth. So you must get rid of ignorance to apply those three things to have a wonderful life. I believe that we are together. Tell your neighbor, ignorance is the absence of truth.
Ignorance is the absence of truth.
Knowledge is the accumulation of truth.
Knowledge is the application of truth.
Understanding is assimilation of truth.
Understanding is assimilation of truth.
And wisdom is application of truth.
And wisdom is application of truth.
So we can go here today now. You are ready for me. So let's go to write missed education. So write this one down. Most of us were not raised and trained to become investors. Most of us were not raised and trained to become investors. Most of us were not raised and trained to become investors. We were raised to be a consumer, borrower, and a beggar. So that is a big challenge. Most of us were not raised to become an investor. Most of us were not raised to become an investor. We were all raised. Most of us were raised to be a consumer, borrowers, and a beggar. Most of us were not raised to become an investor. Full stop. We were raised to be consumers, borrowers, and beggars. Most of us were not raised to become an investor. Most of us were not raised to become an investors. We were raised to be consumers, borrowers, and beggar. So I said the most important topic that will actually help you out of any financial struggle, any financial mess, to make your life stable is to become an investor. To become an investor. But this particular subject was removed from nursery school curriculum, from primary school curriculum, from secondary school curriculum, and from university curriculum. Nobody has ever offered a course called investments, and they have certified investor. Nothing like that, because the whole system was not meant for you to become successful. Was not meant for you to become get out of financial lack and abundance. The whole system was raised for you to be trapped in a circle of modernized slave, organized slaves. Because the only thing that can help a man from being financially stable is that you own investment, you own asset that works for you. So that is the only way money can work for you, is to own assets and investment. So you have to listen to this, but don't write it down yet. The entire education system, from the youngest to the oldest, you come out with a degree, with PhD, but yet not little or nothing was talked about becoming an investor. Nothing like investment. Becoming an investor is not a career option in the university. It's not a career option. It's not a professional path, and it's not something we are steered towards. Write this one down. Becoming an investor is not a career option. Becoming an investor is not a career option. It's not a career option anyway. Becoming an investor is not a career option. Becoming an investor is not a career option or a professional path. PATH. Becoming an investor is not a career option or a career path or something that we are steered towards. Something that we are steered towards. Steered towards. So it's not something that they want you to even know about it. But these are all the rich and wealthy men become rich. All of them hold investment businesses. That's what they do. So becoming an investor is not a career option, nor a professional path, and not something you are steered towards. Not something that you are being advised. So when you come and we are telling you now, please pay yourself 10% so you can do investment, it's a whole lot of struggle. We have to preach and sing like song until the thing enter your subconscious, because it's not something you have been practicing. It's not something you have. All you know is to beg, consume, and eat every fruit with a seed inside, and then wake up tomorrow morning like somebody that never see any fruit at all. So becoming an investor is not a career option, nor a professional path, or something you are steered towards. Full stop. So if you actually want to be successful, you must act like God. Okay, let's write it this way. It is proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10%, it is proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10% to buy income generating assets, bracket open investment, it is proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10%, if you start early to pay yourself 10% of all the money you earn, it's proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10% of all the money you earn, It is proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10% of all the money you earn to buy income generating asset, bracket open investment, by 40 years you will be a millionaire in dollars. It is proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10% of all the money you earn just to buy income generating assets, bracket open investment, bracket to closes, by 40 years you will be a millionaire in dollars. By 40 years you will be a millionaire in dollars. If you start early, let's say at 20 years, even 25, and for that 25 years till 40, 15 years of your life, you have been paying yourself every 10% of all the money you earn. Every money you earn, 10%. Just to buy assets, and you actually buy assets. You buy treasury, you bond, mutual fund, you buy land, buy house, have cash flow. By 40 years, you'll be a millionaire in dollars. It's proven. Even if you do it for 10 years, even if you do it for 5 years, you'll then be a millionaire in dollars. I can assure you that. Every money you earn. But I told you about sound judgment, adjusting your lifestyle, adjusting your expenses, and increase your income. If you actually apply these three things and you pay yourself 10% to buy assets, you'll be a millionaire in dollars. So I said it is proven that if you start early to pay yourself 10% minimum of all the money you earn to buy income generating assets, bracket open investment, bracket by 40 years, you actually be a millionaire in dollars. If I will make sure don't write this one number, listen to me. The younger you start investing, the younger you will be a millionaire, and the younger you actually come out of financial struggle. But the school system doesn't have any topic to teach you about investment. So that is why we go for extra classes, go for investment courses, business schools, Harvard Business School, to go and learn how investment work. And this thing is also suspicious, and that's the very thing that would have given us advantage in life, and it happened to be missing in our school curriculum. So why is it missing? Write this one down. Because the school system curriculum was never designed. Because the school system curriculum was never designed. Underline the word never designed. Because the school system curriculum was never designed to create a level playing field. It was never designed to create a level playing field. It was never designed. Because the school system curriculum was never designed to create a level playing field, to create opportunity or to empower students. The school system curriculum was never designed, underline the word never designed, to create a level playing field. It was not supposed to be a level playing field, to create opportunities or to empower students. The school curriculum was never designed. It never designed to create a level playing field, to create opportunities or to empower students. But the school curriculum was designed to mass produce a new kind of slave, a new kind of voluntary slave. So the school system curriculum was never designed to create a level playing field, to create opportunities that will empower students. But the school curriculum was designed to mass produce a new kind of voluntary slave, component laborers, and a worker who entered the workforce. That is it now. What did they promise you in school? I'm a graduate now. All through my life as an engineer, they taught me when you finish school, go and get a job. And they promise you, they give you, you're worthy of learning and character. They will not tell you that you'll be a millionaire. And that thing cost salary. And yesterday I was with my lawyer, my personal lawyer. So we went to see one guy, a civil engineer. A civil engineer with a big office, well designed with AC, everything. The guy is now using his car to drive boats. Just imagine. The guy is telling us that for the past 6 months, he never seen one contract do. That half of Oyo is on sale. That people are selling property. They don't want to do anything. Hunger everywhere. So the guy come out of his car, MAC, everything. They do boats just to buy food and feed his children at home and his wife. Because the whole thing about it is that the plan was not for you to be a billionaire. The plan was that you work voluntarily, submit your CV to get a job, begging every month for salary increment, begging every time for gratuity and pension is not going to work. So I want to talk to you because today, even though you are working for salary, please make a plan how to come out of that financial slavery by paying yourself 10% to buy assets. You are not looking to pay salary, please. I'm going to show you what you need to do to actually work on yourself to become entrepreneur and investor. Because the only way money can work for you is that you must invest. Invest. Invest in income generating assets. Buy more assets. If you don't want to, it's not something you buy one day. You start by paying yourself 10%, accumulate the money for some time. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. You must practice what is called delayed gratification. Especially when you come from a humble background where nobody is supporting you, where there is no, you are the only one that will come and create this, the wealth you want. You must actually pay yourself first and then buy assets so that money can work for you. I said the school system was never designed to create a level playing ground, was never designed to create opportunity to empower students. But the school system curriculum was designed to mass produce a new kind of voluntary slave with a voluntary slave, component laborers, component labor. They just be part of the component. They can take you out anytime. Component laborers and a worker who will enter the workforce to work for 35 years before gratuity and pension. That's a problem. So there's no rest for these people. And it's very, very bad to live your life thinking that that's the solution to your financial problem. That is not a solution. So it's a laboring system. That's what it is. So from the time you go to school, the brainwashing programs teaching is to make you competent enough to give you a skill that will make you become employable. And who will employ you? The government. Who will employ you? The big boys. So if somebody must employ somebody, you are the one that will employ. If someone deserves to be the boss, you deserve to be the boss. Someone deserves to be a millionaire investor, you deserve to be the one. So anyway, I deserve to be a millionaire. And right there, there's a kind of training we need to start teaching you about yourself, how you can believe in yourself. Because most of us stop believing in ourselves, that you think that the economy decide for you. No, economy may be difficult, things may be down, but you are meant to succeed. Because when things are hard, entrepreneurs emerge. Tell your neighbor, when things are hard, entrepreneurs emerge. Because why? Because entrepreneurs see problems as opportunity to make money. We saw problem with the mind to create value so that we can exchange it for money, because value is a slave of money. So don't write this one down, but listen to me. A job is, okay, write it down. A job is the point and the price of going to school. That's what they make it look like. A job is the point and the price of going to school to get a certificate. The job is the point and the price of going to school to get certificate. So you'll be rewarded with a job if you have certificate. So that is the point and that is the price. The job is the price. A job is the price, is the point and the price of going to school to get certificate. And the absence of job is a punishment for not that you are threatened with. The absence of job is a punishment that you are threatened with. If you don't go to school, just again, you will not have a job. Your life will not be better. That is a punishment that you are being threatened with. So I said a job is the point and the price of going to school to get certificate. That is the point. That is the price. The point of going to school is get certificate. The price is get certificate. And the absence of job is a punishment that you are being threatened with. Like if you don't get a job, it's because you didn't go to school. So you are threatened with that thing. No. I said the job is the point and the price of going to school to get certificate. And the absence of job is a punishment for you are threatened with. I mean, you go to school, please don't go to school with the mindset. Go to school to socialize, learn how to communicate. That's why people go to school. I tell you, please be part of politics, contest, go to mingle. You will not go to school. Like those days, we have some students in my classroom at my department. Those people that triangular students from school to house, from school to hostel to classroom back to hostels. They just go to East Buka and they come back triangular student. No, go to school, make school pass. That's the real thing you will get from school. If you go to school to get certificate to get a job, you just disappointed everybody right now, because that is what you promise. The school promise you the point and the price of certificate to get a job. And the absence of job is that you are being punished and threatened. That's why you did not go to school. You will not get a good job. But today, why can't we create a job? You don't need certificate to create a job. All you need to create a job is a mindset. And a mindset. Start thinking that you're an entrepreneur, and start reading and accepting mentorship from a training or people who own businesses, who own company, who pay people salary. So by the time you know the way we think, there's a young boy called Mr. Paso. Mr. Paso was a baba who never went to, I don't think he finished secondary school. He never had WAEC. So this baba came to our community when we are Stevenson House, and the baba actually made a lot of money. And then the baba did a lot of projects. And one of the days, the baba, we did a job interview. So this baba, Mr. Paso, we are now conducting job interviews for graduates. And this baba was asking graduates stupid questions. And he's actually employed some of them to work for him. Just imagine the guy that never went to, he never had WAEC, but he could pay someone who went to school, some has first class degree. They're working for this baba, a pastor at Stevenson House, in my former office. So you can just mind. So the way he was thinking was the mindset we tell him, see, he start thinking how to create value, start thinking how to solve problems. So that when you wake up every morning, you don't just wake up to think of what to do to make money to chop. So I'm coming to something so you can start thinking like an investor, because when you start thinking like God gives you opportunity to get the outcome, you will not be thinking that someone else is decide your future for you. So you have to decide your future for yourself. So if you don't go to school, you won't be able to get a good job. That's what you're threatening with. And if you don't get a good job, you will not have a good life and you will not be living well. So what is suggested here is that the only way to live a good life is to have a job, which is totally a lie. Self-employed and being an entrepreneur and investor is the options you have, and it's recommended because it's obvious that the job market is to create jobs for people who are actually looking for what to do, and that is the only way you can invest in the life of people and invest in ideas to become successful. So write this one down on your notes. Ultimately, to become rich at a very young age, you must be investing. Ultimately, to become rich and wealthy at a very young age, you must be investing in yourself, in businesses and opportunities. Ultimately, to become rich and wealthy at a very young age, you must be investing in yourself, opportunity. You must be investing in yourself, invest in opportunities. Ultimately, to become rich and wealthy at a very young age, you must be investing in yourself, invest in opportunity, and create value for other people other than you. That is, to create value for other people other than you. Ultimately, to become rich and wealthy at a very young age, you must invest in yourself, invest in opportunities, and invest in creating value for other people other than you. So, the uneducated, let me do like this so you can see. The uneducated. The uneducated don't know how to read. Don't know how to read. The miseducated don't know what to read. The uneducated don't know how to read. The miseducated don't know what to read. The uneducated don't know how to read. The miseducated don't know what to read. And then most of us do not understand investing and investment. So we did not identify as an investor. So the uneducated don't know how to read. The miseducated don't know what to read. What you need to read more is about yourself. How you can become better, how you can invest in things, not really about serving people. That's the thing. But once you become better, you will attract better things to yourself. The miseducated don't know how to read. The uneducated don't know what to read. So we need to not to be miseducated. So you need to know what to read. Read about yourself, how you can improve your capacity and your potentials, how you can become the ultimate version of yourself. You attract. Thomas Edison now. The guy just invested, just put all his life to fix one thing in his life, and every part of his life was fixed. The White brothers, they put all their best to invent, of course, the aircraft with just one thing. They simply know what they want, and they want to create value, and they focus on creating value. Once the value is created, every part of their life is fixed. So if you don't know what to read, you can be reading books that is not empowering you, that is not improving you, that is not inspiring you, that is not making you become a better person. Your life cannot become better if you read the wrong material. So you must read the quality materials that make you become the ultimate version of yourself. So you don't write this on that. Miseducated means that most people's subject, that the most important subject that would have given you advantage in life, which is investment, is removed from part of your life. So this subject of investment is mysteriously and suspiciously missing from the school curriculum, making us to see one way which the other option to be successful. And the one way is that you must get a job. So write this one down on your notes as we continue. Be a smart and wise investor by reading books to understand the principles. Be a smart and wise investor. Be smart and wise investor. Be a smart and wise investor by reading books to understand the principles, the spirit, mentalities, and laws of investment from God's standpoint. Full stop. Be a smart and wise investor. Be a smart and wise investor. Be a smart and wise investor by reading books to understand the principles, the spirit, the mentality, and the laws of investment from God's standpoint. Be a smart and wise investor by reading books to understand the principles, the spirit, mentality, and laws of investment from God's standpoint. From God's standpoint. So you have to be a smart and a wise investor by reading books to understand the principles, the spirit, and the mentality of and laws of investment from God's standpoint. So if you read books to understand the principles, mentality, spirit, and laws of investment, It's actually going to help you to have advantage in life. Because you want to have advantage in life, working for money is a bad thing because money is a bad master and a loyal servant. Tell your neighbor, money is a bad master and a loyal servant. So it just you must give money instructions. And the way you can give money instruction is to start budgeting yourself. This money you are for savings. This money is for treasury bills. It's not the money you save that will save you. It's the money you invest that will save you. I told you to write that one yesterday, so you can understand that God's own strategy, systems, and structure in your life. Of course, it shows us in Matthew 25 that he met of a servant that was they gave him 5 talents, and that one 2 talents, the other one 1 talent. The one with 5 multiply, and they call him good and faithful servant. The one with 2 multiply. The one with 1 talent did not multiply, did not do business with that one, did not invest. He only saved. They took it from him. They call him unfaithful servant. So the two have ability and a good attitude to invest and multiply their money, while the other one has a wrong attitude about investment. So you rather save this money. Write this one on your note. It is not the money you save that will save you, but the money you invest that will save you. Write it again. It is not the money you save that will save you. It's the money you invest that will save you. It is not the money you save that will save you. It's the money you invest that will save you. The one with the 1 talent, he saved it now. He saved the money, but it was taken away. They took the 1 talent from him. It is not the money you save that will save you. It's the money that you invest that will save you. And where does this investment come from? It comes from your thinking. Because the thought behind your action is more important than your action. Because you can think without not talking. I mean, you can talk without not thinking. But you can never think without not talking. Because how do you know what you're thinking? As you open up your mouth, it says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. So you can talk without thinking. And that is not good for you. But I want you to think before talking, because you cannot think without not talking. So one of the talents, one of the guy saved this money, and the master took it from him because he was unprofitable, unfaithful, wicked, and God fired him. Okay, so we don't want Jesus Christ to took us at the last day and say, I've embedded in you, give things idea, send it to the world. And what you did was to actually come to the world and can't complain about the Tinubu government, complain about dollars, complain about naira. Don't complain about those things, because those things don't decide your life. You are coming to the marketplace to make significant impact. So let's go to the next, number 4. Number 4, talk about the highest office in the marketplace. The highest office. There are 4 offices in the marketplace. 4 offices in the marketplace. 4 offices in the marketplace. I'm not supposed to clean this, but I have to clean this so I can do the 4 offices. 4 offices in the marketplace. So I'll show you the highest office in the marketplace. And it's very interesting. So we'll borrow from our guy, one of our mentors called Robert Kiyosaki. This is called employee, self-employed, business owners, and investors. So employee, what they do is that they trade their time for money. Employees trade their time for money, trade their energy for money, trade their strength for money, trade their everything for money. So they trade their time for money, and they wonder why they are not rich and wealthy, because you can't sell time for money. Self-employed, they think that they own a job, they own business, but the business owns them. They still trade their time for money because everything starts and ends with them. Example of self-employed, lawyers, nobody can defend a case for you. You have the case, you must go, except you create a chamber. That makes you a business person. That means that what other lawyers you are paying. Or a medical doctor, nobody can conduct surgery for you. You want to do the surgery, you must do it by yourself. Except you own a clinic, employ other doctors. That makes you a business person. But everything that starts and ends with you, that makes you a self-employed. So they also trade their time for money. They think they own a job, the job owns them. So the business investors, they own systems and structure where people work and they pay them money. But the investors, what they do is to invest. People work for them. They invest in treasury bill, bond, mutual fund, real estate. They invest in businesses. So the highest office in the marketplace is to become an investor. Write this down on your notes. Very, very interesting. Time is infinitely more important than money. 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 Because time is your life. Time is your life. Time is your life. You know, if you sell your time, you are selling part of your life. Because you're going to live 100 years and you have sold 1 hour out of the 100 years to collect money. Okay? If you want to use that 1 hour to learn how to create value, even though you're working, you don't work for money. You work for experience, you work for knowledge, work for relationship, work for things that nobody can take away from you. Time is infinitely more important than money because time is your life. So if you sell your time, you are selling part of your life. So let's look at something very, very important in Deuteronomy 15, verse 6. It says something, 15 verse 6 says, "For the Lord thy God bless thee, as he promised thee. Thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations, but thou shalt not, none shall reign over thee." So that means that for you to reign for over people, not to be a slave, you must actually invest, you must actually borrow, you must have money to buy assets. And I'll keep telling people, from the time I was small till now, I've never had a time that people don't have desperate sales. People always sell things desperately, their car, their land. So all you need to do is to relax. 1 year, 6 months, make money, save part of the money, wait for opportunity. In fact, if you go to any bank now, banks are selling properties like Japaja because people borrow money from bank with collateral with their houses. They could not pay. Many banks are optioning houses and property just to get back their money. The recovery team wants, so if you have money, you can always get property at cheap rate. In fact, yesterday I realized it is a place at Accra Road, one electronic shop. I just see they put in Chimax Plaza, one of the newest Chimax Plaza. He just bought the property, just bought it, checking out. And it typically changed. The first time I found out how much they bought that property, very small money. They're not small money. Small money because the owner is desperately selling the property. Typically changed. The lowest Chimax Plaza in Accra Road. I just saw yesterday when me and my parents was driving. She got the mail to check something. I saw Chimax, the latest one. When I know the offer, how much they bought that property yesterday, typically changed. And before we drove from here to call it Benin Road, okay, I saw so many too late. I was like, why didn't I see all these things here? Because people are closing their shops. Many businesses cannot renew rent again. Before you know, the owners will be frustrated. They will sell off the property. All they need is to have resources. Because if you don't have resources, you squander and waste resources. You are not resourceful. You squander and waste resources. So to become resources, you must have money. Cash is king. Write it on your note. Cash is king. Write it on your note. Cash is king. Write it everywhere you write it. Cash is king because you need money, and you cannot pray and fast for money to come. You must create value for money to be attracted to you. Cash is king. Cash is king. So when I say cash is king, is because now you get money, now you get mouth. In fact, if you have money, money introduce you. If everybody has a voice, money amplify it. Write it on your note. Every man has a voice, money amplify it. What, you mean something? Okay. Write on your note. Every man has a voice, money amplify it. Every man has a voice, money amplify it. So you're a man, you don't get money, they will reduce your voice for you. You're a man, you get money, the volume will be increased. They will give umbrella for you. So every man has a voice, money amplify it. So investing is the act of turning a little you have into a lot you want. Write it down. Investing is the act, A-R-T. Investing is the act of desire. I think we should write that one down. Write it down. A little, the little you have is the key. The little you have is the key to the lot you want. The little you have is the key to the lot you want. The little you have is the key to the lot you want in your life. The little you have is the key. That little you have is the key to the lot you want. The little you have is the key to the lot you want. Full stop. Instead of complaining about the little you have, you should recognize it as a potential to produce the harvest you desire. Instead of complaining about the little you have, instead of complaining about the little you have, instead of complaining about the little you have, you should recognize it as a potential to produce the harvest you desire. Instead of complaining about the little you have, you should recognize it as a potential to produce the harvest you desire. Instead of complaining about the little you have, you should recognize it as a potential to produce the harvest you desire. It's not saying every time you're complaining. Why not recognize it? And truly, God will not use manna from heaven to make you a millionaire. That little you have, that little energy, that little time, that little airtime. Imagine having airtime of 100 naira and you just send 2 texts and make 2 calls and one person showed up and pay money. Will you make 20,000 naira? Yes. So that little you have, recognize it as a seed, as a key to the potentials to produce the harvest you desire. So the highest office in the marketplace is to become an investor. They're not investor. So that's the highest office in the marketplace. All of us should desire, talk about being an investor, dream about it, because in the next 2 to 3 years, money should work for you. All the mastermind mentors, people I'm personally mentoring, every money you have, you must pay yourself 10%. If you earn money and you don't, I'm not just paying yourself, you open account, you will not touch. no ATM, no app. It's a must. Whether First Bank, Zenith Bank, JT, Money, I don't mind. Open account. The rule is that if when money goes into the account, the money is not coming out until the money multiplies. So every money you have, you pay it, and when the bank send you SMS, you screenshot it and send it to me or copy it. I must see your account balance. When your money is up to 500, 1 million, 2 million, and I will take you on a personal investment classes. How to buy treasury bill, bond, mutual fund. Go to any banks, go to marketing department. You can buy land, be as so you begin to accumulate your money. It's called wealth accumulation. Number 2, wealth preservation. Number 3, wealth multiplication. And number 4, wealth transfer. These are the 4 stages you must pass through to make wealth work for you. So in the wealth multiplication, you need to start buying. I recommend the fastest real estate opportunity I recommend is to build hostels in federal universities. You know, your Uniport, Unical, Unilab, any federal university. Just find a plot of land, buy, build just a room and a just school. Hostel is easy to build because most students they don't need room and a parlor. Most of them just one room with small toilet and bathroom and kitchen. They will pay you 100, 150, 200,000. Ipa Road 250,000. Or parents side 150,000. Depending on the site and location. It's closer to the road. They will pay you. And if you even put small tile yourself, your money don't increase yourself. So just imagine that. So it goes to you and build and students that have guardians, parents that is taking care of them. Yes or yes? Yes. And the other has to give them 6-month quick notice. Before the rent expires, they will give them. So in case they're not paying, they will come and leave. You don't have to bother yourself. But you want to start building what and start building 2-3 bedroom flats for family people. Okay? Some family men are wonderful people. They always tell me, my wife get bet. Oh, my wife swallow shovel. My auntie shovel school fee. They will give you excuses that if you don't get better mind, you myself on BP. I'm telling you build those ones when your life don't stable. If you want to even build, if after you don't like school, so you can build 1 room and parlor. Many young men who want to start life now 1 room and parlor, and they want to impress their girlfriend and their wife today that they can renew the rent, so they will muscle up to pay without excuse. But you see all those old men, bro, you live for your house, pay you rent. Sorry, your name. In fact, you are tire. You know, some people are very funny. You know, all those old men they've learned all the tricks in the market. I was so surprised when I met one of the guys that is doing training for schools. The guy said that many schools are suffering from big problem. That some parents are very funny. They will put their children in one school and they will pay first term. They will pay first term, and the first term and part of second term they will not pay. Some they will pay first second term, but they will not pay third term. And when they want to graduate a class, they take to another school. Some will pay first term, so they will not pay second term. They will remove again. That's how they do. I was so shocked hearing that somebody in this country, if he get mine, they do that kind of thing. You know, first term, second term, you know, go pay third term. Come out of school from here, carry the money, go sew uniform. Pay the second term. Now so you do make the children graduate for all the school. I was so shocked. I was so shocked to hear this. That people are very funny. And many school owners, they complain that after third term, they don't pay, they take the children to new school. In fact, the story I just had yesterday, that one of the school owners has got offended, sold the school, because the money at Japa, so they are renovating the school for hotel. So students are resuming school. School is no more school, it's a hotel. Because the school owner is frustrated. He don't go school to hotel because of waiting. Frustration. You know, all these things. Now, poor man, they get small nonsense. So let's go to the next outline so that we can close this class. By tomorrow, we should read this. So let's go to God gives opportunity and not outcome. Let me check my time. So this one I'm in the new topic. God's 7 minutes more. Wow. So I thought we would be able to do that. Okay, we've done 2 today. No problem. So tomorrow. So God gives opportunity, not outcome. So we'll discuss that because already giving us some clue here. Most of us are asking God, but saying, God, give me fruit. God, give me fruit. Pray from now to tomorrow. It is the seed that you have that will give you the harvest you want. So if you like, don't plant your seed. Tell your neighbor. Please plant your seed, though. Plant your seed, because if you chop your transport money in this life, nobody will lap you. Tell your neighbor. If you chop your transport money, you will trek. The journey far. Most of us, when you are supposed to pay yourself 10%, you did not pay yourself. You wasted your useful age at 20, 30 years. Some people are still hustling at 40, are still looking for money. 50, see, you're wondering, why is he looking for money? They start giving excuses. That's why poverty is difficult to explain. Tell no, neighbor. Poverty is difficult to explain. You don't understand? You're laughing, I'm serious. Tell your neighbor. Poverty is difficult to explain. No. Nobody celebrates failure. This failure is very big. This poverty is very big. Let us celebrate poverty. Have you seen it before? You don't have a choice to be fed to you a poor person. So please, why I'm telling you this, because there's a practice of discipline you need to engage in that will give you the desired future you deserve. So if you don't engage in those practices, you can never have a future you deserve. So the only practice is to pay yourself money, is to do what they call delayed gratification. Use that money to buy assets, to do investment. Because if you don't do that, okay, you just wasted. Okay, this is September. From January to September, talk through, give me. Have you saved 100,000, 200, 500 for the purpose of buying assets? Because most of you say, money is not enough. Money will never be enough. Tell your neighbor, money will never be enough. Do you know why? Family problem, no, they finish. Tell your neighbor, family problem, you know they finish. Family problem too big. Let me narrow it down to your problem. You don't solve your family problem. I mean, you don't since you're born, have you finished solving your personal problem? You can never. You know why? It's not all the problems you should solve in this life. Tell your neighbor, it's not all the problems you should solve in this life. Nobody told you, nobody taught you that. So two things happen to problems. Some problems die by ignoring them. Tell your neighbor, some problems die by ignoring them. Tell your neighbor, some problems expire with time. So it's not all the problems you solve. Just not on this problem will expire. So let me just watch it. You don't have the patience to hold your hand and watch some problems. The problem you should ignore, and the problem that I told you, sound judgment. Tell me what sound judgment. Is adjusting your lifestyle. Then adjust your lifestyle. Adjusting your expenses. And increasing your income. I've been seeing like something I want you to enter your mind. Because your lifestyle is what you want to impress people. God, stop impressing anybody. People's opinion don't pay your bills. Don't impress anybody again. In fact, what you need now is you need maximum of 10 clothes. Maximum. Now 7 to 10 you need. So that one cloth is for Monday. One is for Tuesday. One is for Wednesday. That Wednesday, wash the one of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. One is for Thursday. One is for Friday. One is for Saturday. You need 7 boxers, 7 singlets, 7 clothes. Now what do you need? Maximum of 10. 3. The other is what if? What if you come out in splash with water, you get to go back? That one is what if. So I told you, the more you wear your clothes, the more it shows you are the honor. Tell your neighbor. I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday. They are laughing at me. I say, the more you wear your clothes, the more it shows you are the honor. That you did not borrow it, in case they think you borrowed it. So you need to maintain this thing. In fact, you don't understand. I'm telling you what I know and I practice that helped my life. So you don't need to maintain this status quo. You don't need to simplify your life. Simplify your life. That's the words of knowledge. Knowledge helps you to simplify complexity. So then get BP. No get BP for anything. No, just make sure say you wash them, iron them. Wash iron them. Look sharp. They're not sharp. You have to look sharp. I don't say make your day expensive. It's not that expensive is no good. So that you can have money to buy assets. You know, one of my mentees came to me last night. So we're in my office around 6, 7. We all left together. It's so fun. I'm so happy that I met you. Now, do you know from January to now, have 3 million naira in investment. This is a guy that is over 40 years. This year will make him 41 years. All his life, he has never had investment at all that gives him money, independent effort. So yesterday we're talking. I've been telling him, I've been dragging his leg. So January this year, I started telling him, if you don't start paying yourself and investing yourself, I will not be your friend again. You know what the guy did? He started paying himself 10%, increase to 20%, increase to 30%. And he came to me that he was so shocked that he can live at 70% of his income. You need to live below your income, below your means. Now he came to me this to tell me that he has another 1 million to do another investment. So he came to me for advice and of course for guidance. So I guided him to do another investment of 1 million. So that makes it 3 million naira. So that 3 million naira, I think one of the investment gives him 5%. 5% of that, I think the first 2 million give him 5%. This one will give him 3%. And this 5% is monthly, monthly. So 2 million naira, 10% is how much? 200,000, right? 5% is how much? So every month he has 100,000 naira. Every month times 12 months, how much is that? 1.2 million. And it's 2 million naira is still waiting for him. Is that good or very good? What are you waiting for? So he has been adjusting his life. He stopped. We used to hang out almost every evening. There was a time that in a week we must hang out like 3 times. We go to White Beach Hotel, we buy fish, me and him with some guys, me, him, Nathaniel, and so we chop. We used to chop, we are chopping our investment money, thinking that, and sometimes we want to do big boys. We will not drink beer, we drink wine, order like 3, 4 bottles of wine. And and this habit has been continued. And the worst thing that is, I was talking to him. I think when I was in Port Harcourt, me, Harry, Etam, every evening we'll go to Tel Aviv, NGRA, go present, we'll buy every evening, Monday to Sunday. Me, Harry, Etam, they will enter my car. Sometimes Hero enter, Silas, we enter, we dey go. I say every evening, and I will spend nothing less than 3,000 naira. Nothing less than 3,000 naira. Nothing. We dey chop, we dey chop, we dey chop. We dey chop. Tell me, we dey chop, we dey chop. Why? We dey chop, we dey chop. We dey chop, we dey chop. Nobody told us. And that time my trainings in Port Harcourt was 2,000. Yvonne paid 2K. They pay Amy could pay 2,000. I go to Wazobia FM, Wazobia, Niger Info, with 2,000, and they line up to pay for my classes. I used to hold program at Chinese Garden Hotel Room, opposite room at Morning Market. So you will come to line up to pay a program, and how we feel. In fact, there was a day we sit over 200 people in attendance, and we collected 2,000 naira for gate fee. That is about 400,000 naira. That money, we squandered the money. We don't go out that day. But we already lodged for hotel. All of us lodged for hotel. We chop with a chop. With a chop, with a chop. 400,000 finish. But today, since this year, me and that my guy, that my mentee that came yesterday, we never hang out reach 5 times. We never hang out reach 5 times. And he has saved 3 million naira. 3 million naira in just from January to December. 3 million. If they carry on for you, they go and say, oh, fun. When we they get money, plenty, we don't get money. We don't get this sense. Because you must be an investor. Tell them I'm an investor.
I am an investor.
Tell anybody, neighbor. I am a heavy investor.
I am a heavy investor.
So I'm a smart investor.
I am a smart investor.
Thank you so much. That's the best you can take today. So tomorrow we'll continue. So I want to show you how you can live a life of your dream. Money must work for you. Say amen.
Amen.
Okay, online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentor will see far. So see you tomorrow. See you at the top. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time. And see you at the top. Thank you so much. So for the rest of us here, please take your note. What did you learn today? You may just